I know I promised a month of 007 throughout November. Unfortunately, I was just too busy with school stuff to come through on it, and I was burned out from a Flamingo Halloween. So this month, I'm going to take it a little easier. Since this is the season when everyone's making a list and checking it twice, I'm going to do a few episodes of lists of movies. So let's get started. A large demographic of the Hollywood market revolves around the business of sequels and remakes, and over the years there have been some pretty bad choices of movies to remake. This is a list of the 5 movies I'm surprised Hollywood hasn't remade yet. Number 1. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. With the onslaught of teen comedies, summer vacation movies, and high school type pictures, it surprises me that the big executives in Tinseltown haven't decided to remake this gem. It's a perfect idea. Remake a classic for the 1980s teens and introduce it to the teens of today. So, do I think this is a good film to remake? Certainly not. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of my all-time favorite comedies, and it comes from the chemistry between the actors and the characters and the way the jokes play out. Remaking this movie would be a rotten idea because you'd have a new cast put in the exact same situations. Save Ferris the trouble of being remade. Number 2. Dirty Harry. With updates of old cop shows like Miami Vice and 21 Jump Street, I'm wondering how long it would take a director to decide to remake one of the most beloved cop movies of all time. You could have more violence, more nudity, and a more politically fueled plot to fit today's society. Do I think this is a good film to remake? Definitely not. Clint Eastwood is the only Dirty Harry, and there can be no other substitute. Case closed, next movie. Number 3, Death Wish. Kind of a similar reason to Dirty Harry. There's an ample opportunity to shoot the movie up with new slick cinematography, grit, gore, and more. Do I think this is a good film to remake? Yes, I do, actually. I'm one of the few people that think the original Death Wish is not a good movie. The acting is bland, a lot of it is forgettable, and it's not very exciting or suspenseful. There was talk a few years ago that Stallone was going to remake it, but now there's talk that someone else is going to remake it. Well, go for it. You could make this film so much more entertaining and action-packed. Go ahead with this one. Number 4. The Slumber Party Massacre. Hollywood is chock full of horror remakes. Be it great horror films, popular horror films, foreign horror films, gory horror films, cheesy horror films, or obscure horror films, no original horror movie is safe from being remade. So I'm amazed that someone hasn't picked up this little number. Do I think this is a good film to remake? Absolutely. I love the Slumber Party Massacre, but there are problems. Big problems. Glaring problems. Someone could take this film, fix the story, get some good actors, build some suspense, and make a decent slasher movie out of it. Number 5. The big Alfred Hitchcock movies, like The Birds, Vertigo, and Rear Window. After Psycho was remade, I'm surprised someone else didn't say, hey, if they could remake a Hitchcock masterpiece, why don't we try that? Do I think these are good films to be remade? Well, watch my Psycho vs. Psycho video. Unfortunately, I just read that there's a possibility of The Birds being remade, so it looks like it's too late. That concludes this list, but keep your eyes peeled because there's a few more to come.